Okay, in this video, I wanted to talk about Joe Biden's vice presidential picks. Um, I heard a story the other day that, no, of course, a lot of times they say these things are unconfirmed rumors that, and sometimes the campaign just tries to put them out to see, the tenor in the country and see how people are reacting to these decisions. And sometimes it's for real. Sometimes that they reel it back and try to go for other options. The two candidates I've heard that it's down to for the former vice president, for his future vice president, are the first candidate, which is a familiar one to a lot of people, the senator from California, junior senator from California, Kamala Harris. Those of you guys who are not familiar with Kamala Harris, I understand everybody's not deep into politics and following everything that's going on. I might have just gotten into politics recently. But if you didn't, I definitely recommend you go back and watch the debate between her and Tulsi Gabbard, where Tulsi Gabbard laid out a lot of interesting facts about her history when she was a district attorney of California. Now, I guess I look at things from a complete far left perspective. I'm not ashamed to admit that. And so I have a problem with people who use the justice system in a very aggressive manner. And Kamala Harris was one of those said people who used the justice system that way. I mean, including leaving a man on death row, which was found to be innocent through DNA. Her office acknowledged that and still did not want to let this man on a death row. This is a woman who also has stocks in private prisons while spending time throwing people into private prisons. You had Steve Mnuchin, which is in the Trump administration, one of his swamp monsters. When she had the opportunity to prosecute him for the mortgages, the mortgage theft that he was doing in California with his former bank, One West Bank. Kamala Harris allowed those things to happen, and then I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but she received $100,000 donation from Steve Mnuchin. I don't get why a Trump Republican would be giving a supposed Democratic ally $100,000. It doesn't make very much sense to me, unless it's something nefarious. I can't think of anything else. If you guys have another reason, then feel free to enlighten me. But that's how I see it. I also look at throughout the primary, anytime that she was asked very serious questions, Kamala Harris always buckled away from the questions. She would go into long-winded answers and try to avoid directly answering most of the questions. For me, that is a problem. I am a policy-based person. So if you are not abreast of the policies and you're not knowledgeable about the policies, that's perfectly fine. You can say, I need to take more time to research this. I need to take more time to study the issue. I am not certain on my point of view on this. Maybe I need to speak to more people who have studied it a little bit more. All of those things are perfectly acceptable responses. What's not an acceptable response is when you talk about a bunch of random things which don't address the point. When you talk around and around and around instead of just giving a yes or a no when it's a yes or a no situation. Some people who are accustomed to enjoying some of the more theater, song and dance of politics when they get on there and they give you the hope and change and the feel good platitudes. Myself, I look for the substance behind that. And that's not enough for me to just have this, this feel good speech. I want policy. I want I want accountability. I want you to stand for something. I want you to push for it. And even if you are losing, I want to see you push for that 100%. I don't want to see another Obama hope and change and get in there and capitulate on most things in the early phases of negotiation. Val Demmings is the other one. I don't know a great deal about Val Demmings, but one thing I do know is that she was a police chief while Trayvon Martin, while the whole situation was going on him, while he was murdered by Zimmerman. And I just feel like there could have been a little bit more she could have done in that situation. Sanford and Orlando are very close. I'm not sure how she felt as far as jurisdiction or not, but I felt she could have been a much stronger, more vocal voice at the time. Also, the amount of police brutality, just like any other place, any other police precinct, is the same in hers. You have lawsuits where the cities had to pay out tons of money because of police officers' excessive force and shooting unarmed citizens also. So I don't have a great deal of faith in Val Demmings or Kamala Harris, but if that's who you guys are, that's who you guys like, then, hey, who am I to tell you any different? I guess that's all I have for you. Hope you guys have a good one, and hope you guys catch my next videos. Thank you.